classroom observation is the act of watching a teacher's performance in their classroom environment. This is typically the time to know how you are doing as a teacher in your classroom. Observation can be announced or unannounced. So your administrator or your observer might ask you to just prepare because he or she will be coming to your class, and that is announced. But sometimes they will barge into you, not telling you that they are coming, and they will observe your lessons. That one is unannounced. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing my top classroom observation tips coming up. Hi friends, I am Blessing and this is Classical Creativity YouTube channel. I was a grade 1 teacher for 4 years and currently I am a year 2 or grade 2 teacher. I am a teacher, a mom, a wife, a YouTuber and a blogger. You can check out my social media sites using Classical Creativity. You'll be sure to find me. So if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for subscribing, and if you are just seeing my face for the first time, thank you for stopping by, but let today not be the last, so subscribe. My channel focuses on organization, creativity, and using the 21st century instruction strategies to instruct. So if you're a teacher or a mom and you intend to inspire creativity to transform lives, consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video every week. I just want to say that observation is not the time for punishment. In fact, it is a time for you to get better as a teacher in your teaching field. So it's something that you might even request for your boss or your administrator to just come around and see how you are teaching. Observation is just the time for you to upgrade yourself or get better at your teaching, because you are going to be getting feedback based on the outcome of the observation. So don't see it as a time for you to be looked down on, rather a time for you to improve and get better at your teaching. You must not wait until your administrator comes to observe you. You might even ask your fellow teacher to observe your lessons sometimes, because this helps you to get better at your teaching. So it's actually good for we to be observed. Before I delve into this video, if you have not been following me on Instagram or Facebook, be sure to follow me there because I share more info there. My first tip is to keep it simple. Yes guys, you need to keep it simple. You must not, because of observation, you go overboard and start preparing and over preparing, and then you tend to forget the main reason why you are in the classroom, and not just because of observation, rather to teach the children and get better at your teaching skills. I see a lot of teachers preparing a lot of things, running around, asking questions, being agitated because of observation. So it shouldn't be like that. Just keep it simple, do your normal lesson, your routine. So ensure that you keep it simple. Okay, my second tip is to get a chair ready for your observer. So you need to prepare seats for your observers, especially when you are told that an observer is coming to your class. You need to get seats ready so that when they come, they will not stand all through for 45 minutes or 1 hour, depending on the number of minutes they are going to spend in your class. They should be seated to observe you. So get seats ready. Alright, my third tip is also related to the second tip, which is to provide your lesson plans. Yes, you need to provide your lesson plans by keeping them either on the seats or close to the seats where you have prepared for your observers. Whenever they come around, they will have a look at it. It's something you need to do so that you will not be asked or bugged questions by your administrator or your observer on some little things that are captured in your lesson plan. So create your lesson plans and ensure that they are all ready to go before your observation. Alright, my fourth tip is to display your learning target or your I can statement or the lesson objective. Yes, you need to display your learning objective. If you don't do that, your observer might interrupt your lesson by asking you, what actually are you teaching? So if you make it pronounced by placing it on the board or even writing it on the board, not only the observer, the children should be able to refer to the learning objective as the lesson goes on. So you have to display your lesson objective so that it will guide not only the observer but also the children you are teaching. Okay, so my fifth tip is not really good teaching, but it's something that will help you as you are being observed. So you need to ignore your observer, ignore your principal, whosoever that is observing you. Behave as if that every human being in the classroom right there are all students. Your focus should be on the students you are teaching at the moment because they are the most important. So ignore your observers, and when you do this, it's not only going to help you as a teacher, but it's going to take away those anxiety that we normally have or feel when we are being observed. So ignore them. Just behave as if they are all students. And if you're asking a question, assume that everyone in the classroom are students. As you are teaching, you need to ignore them so that you will not be anxious. Okay, so number 6 tip is for you to manage your time. Guys, you need to allow the lesson to flow the way it should. Don't just lose track of your teaching. No matter whatever that has happened in the class, just continue with your teaching and ensure that you allocate or assign appropriate time to every activity that must go on during your lessons. So manage your time appropriately. This is going to help the flow of the lesson, and not only that, again, you'll be able to finish at the appropriate time. So try as much as possible to manage your time. Okay, so number 7 tip is to clearly differentiate the activities you are giving the children or the tasks. Yes, you need to differentiate because not all the children are going to grasp the lesson immediately. So you need to differentiate your lesson beginning from the lower achievers to the middle and then to the higher achievers. Aside that, you also need to differentiate your lessons based on the learning styles. There are children who learn best by just visual. Ensure you differentiate the lessons or the tasks based on the levels of the students so that it's going to cater for every child in your class. This also will help the observer to really know that you are on point, you know what you are doing. If you are preparing for observation, I have a free printable for observation prep checklist linked in the description of this video. So you can print it off and use. This will help you to prepare your class and then get ready for observation. The 8th tip is to scaffold your lesson. Guys, you need to plan your lessons based on skills. For example, if you are teaching character traits, focus on character traits. Encourage the children to identify character traits. They should be able to know that this is what you are focusing on. And then when you are teaching it, carry them along to see how they are going to observe this characterization or character traits in the book you are using. So plan your lessons based on skills. It's going to help you to be more focused. My 9th tip is to encourage interactions among your children. You have to encourage partner talk or group talk, or even for the children to share ideas and thinking, because when they do that, it's going to help them to talk. Let your observer not just see you as the only person talking all through the lesson. That will not be nice. So encourage thinking time, encourage interaction among your students, and it's going to help not only you, but the children as well. And your observer will be very, very pleased with you. Also, when the children are talking or sharing ideas, encourage them to also share with the entire class. My 10th tip is to maintain the flow and pace of the lesson. Do not speed up your lessons. Take it easy. Maintain the pace. Don't just rush and then, because the observers are there, you start speeding. The children will just go, I'm not understanding. And then when they start saying that, you will not look like an incompetent teacher. So try as much as possible to maintain the pace. Okay, so my 11th tip is to use higher order questions, just like those whys and hows questions. This will help the children to share ideas, to discuss. Since they don't give a right there answers, it will help them to think. So use higher order questions and encourage the children to interact in the class. And when the children share their ideas in pairs, encourage them to also share their ideas with the rest of the class. You might do this by asking one person from a group to speak for the group, so they have to work as a team. This is also helping them to learn to collaborate. So they will select somebody to speak for them, and the rest of the class will also benefit from their discussion. Okay, so my 12th tip is for you to model your expectations. Please, guys, use whatever you want the children to use to also model it. Show them what you expect them to do. If not, they will go, I don't know what to do here. I don't know what I'm expected to do here. Can you explain? And this will make you look incompetent. So model your expectation, especially when you are teaching lower elementary. You need to model every detail you want to see or you want the children to do. For example, if you want them to write their names, encourage them to write their names properly sitting on the line. If you want them to write the date, encourage them to write the date by doing it yourself and showing them what they ought to do. So when you model your expectations, the children will follow suit. And not only that, and it will help you to manage time as well, because they will not go wasting time or maybe making mistakes where they are not supposed to. You can model your expectations by using anchor chart, or if you are using a digital resource, for example slides, show them exactly what the expectation is. This is going to help the children and guide them. Not only that, it also saves time. My 13th tip is not really good teaching, but this is something that we usually do. Sometimes you see when a teacher is being observed, he or she will try to put up a show. Guys, don't do it, because if you do it, or your observer will know, because the children will tend to maybe they'll be confused. They may not know what to do. For example, if you don't have a way of getting children's attention, and maybe after browsing in preparation for the observation, you now discover one particular thing, and then you come to that class and do that new thing you have prepared, the children will go, what is she talking about? I don't understand what she's saying. And that will not be nice. Your observer will actually know that this is just a show. You just want to make them feel, I have over-prepared. I am ready for this observation. Guys, don't do it. Stick to your class routine. Whatever you want of your observer to see, you can start teaching them or start using the language prior to your observation. After all, the observation is not a totality of who you are as a teacher. It's just a bit of who you are. So don't try to put up a show just to please your observer or make him or her feel that you are really a big teacher or a good teacher or what have you. Do not put up a show. My 14th tip is very crucial. In fact, I fall victim of this particular tip. Always have a backup plan, especially when you are using technology. Guys, prepare the same particular thing you want to show the children using the technology. For example, in my class, I have an IWB, interactive whiteboard, and then I have my laptop. So most of the time I use these technologies to teach. But if you are preparing for observation and you have a digital anchor chart, also prepare a paper anchor chart, because digital resources might disappoint you. And I experienced it in my last observation. I was disappointed. The video refused to play. I tried to fix it. It did not work. And not only that it happened that day, it has been happening. So it's something normal in my class. And I had to leave it. I had to progress with the lesson. It's something that would have made me feel anxious or agitated if I did not have a backup plan. I just told the children I've explained exactly what the video is going to explain. So let's move on with our lesson. Have a backup plan so that you will not be discouraged or disappointed by technology. My last tip is not really good teaching. It's something that I've been doing for years now. You have to ensure neat and organized environment. Not because of observation, guys. Let it be part of your lifestyle. In fact, we spend most of our lifetime in the classroom. So ensure that your classroom is neat and well organized. When you do that, it's going to be part of you, and the children are going to also help you to ensure neat and serene environment. So ensure that your class is organized. Don't litter papers all over the place or leave things all around. Organize your environment. This is very good. Some people can't stand clutter just like me, so I try as much as possible to ensure that I have a neat and organized environment. So guys, if you really want me to show you how I organize my classroom and make it look presentable and neat, be sure to leave me a comment in the comment section of this video. I'm going to show you how I do that, so that you can get your classroom organized, not just because of observation, but because it is something you need to do and it is crucial for your own health. If you have any question for me, please leave it in the comment section of this video. I'll be sure to answer them. Do well to give this video a thumbs up, like it, and share it with your teacher friends, because I have lots of content planned for summer. In case you have not subscribed to my channel, do well to click the red subscribe button below this video. Also check out my channel for other videos on virtual teaching, hybrid teaching, and lots more. You have to let me know in the comment section of this video the particular tip that captures your interest and you would like to try out in your class. If you also have an observation tip that I did not mention in this video, do well to share that with me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. This helps me a lot. It makes me know that you love more videos like this. If nobody told you, you're a great teacher, and I'm glad that you're here. I can't wait to catch you in the next one. Subscribe so that I can see you there. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!